What is going on, guys? How y'all doing? What's up, DV Crypto? What's up, C? We got Steven Farmer in here. What's up, Barb? What's up, Dutchy? What's up, Bad Dog? Loco for Crypto. What's going on, buddy? Triple X. What's up, man? Triple X. How we feeling, fam? How cool would it be to get 10-to-1 trade? That'd be pretty damn cool. I mean, hell, you let that shit run. You know, you get really insane. The target's the high, though. The target's the high. But you can leave a runner, and that becomes a 21-to-1 trade. We're going to go over all this shit, but have a plan, trade the plan. That's it. That's it. Back to Bitcoin. Man, this chart is getting messy again, man. Might be time to clean this up. I can't really see what I'm looking at here. Why is there so many golden pockets in here? Man. What's up, Bull Runner? What's up, Fenneman? Good to see you, brother. Long ETH to 3170. Hey, we're long on ETH too, buddy. Yeah, Barb. Yeah, man, we had to get a little DGen on this one, bro. We had to get a little DGen on this. The problem, what Barb's talking about, is like there was no external structure. You had to like really zoom in. So you have this 1 minute break at the highs. So this lets you know that 1 minute structure is your active time frame. Because if we go to like 3 minute, you don't have any 3 minute highs in here, right? So, oh, that's interesting. We actually broke bearish on the 3 minute. But yeah, so I'll wait for the timer to finish up here. How's the stream quality? Any lag? We doing good? Inverse head and shoulders. Oh, you talking about this? It looks like a rocket, dude. Maybe it's going down. This is just shooting this shit. Larger time frame. Oh, you're talking about this thing. Is this what you're talking about, brother? I'm not the biggest pattern guy, so yeah. Alright, timer hit 0. Let's jump into this. Alright. How are you guys doing today? I'd love to know. Feeling good? We're still in this damn range. We're still in this range. A lot of my levels are going to be exactly the same as yesterday because we have not broken structure on Bitcoin, at least, right? So starting with the 4 hour, so we have our 4 hour strong high up here at 93.3. We have our week low down here at 87.1. On the 1 hour, we need to see a 1 hour close above 90,473. That would give us a break of structure on the 1 hour. But right now, after we broke this low, it's hard to say because this was in 1 hour candle, right? So it's a little in the weeds, but we did close below the low. Like if we look at like maybe a 30-minute time frame. Yeah, so on a 30-minute time frame we are bearish and we retrace back up to the supply block. We're rejecting down. So in order to flip that structure back bullish, we need to see a break above 90,473. So hopefully we can get that. What does Market Cipher look like? Oh. Ew. I would prefer if these RSIs were postured more to the upside, but we did break out of the 20 line, which is nice. We got a little bit of basic strategy here, some bull divs in here, some basic strategy. There's a long red wave. Money flow is not going to go to 90, but you get the point. We got some curvature here, which is nice. This music is really loud in my ear. How's the music volume on the stream? Are we good? Nah, we just started Phenomen. I didn't check that. We can check it later though, for sure. 38 of you beautiful people in here. Appreciate you guys. We're back at the normal time right now. I gotta figure out something. Like, we might have to change the stream times around a little bit this year. It's really hard for me to do things at night with the 8 o'clock stream, but we'll figure that out. So let's talk about the trade today. So we had a plan, right? Let me pull this up here. So we're gonna do a little lesson on risk to reward here, okay? All right, let's grab this here. All right, so we had a plan, right? And this was shared in both Discords. I do want to apologize. I didn't actually signal the ETH entry in my free Discord. I usually signal everything over, but I didn't. I only did it in Alex's, so I do apologize for that. But you guys had this. You guys had the plan, right? So what we were looking for, some bear structure to break, to come down to the golden pocket in previous demand, which is here, and we were looking for bull breaks. I'm watching for a long, right? So this is why it's important to make a plan and plan out price action. So what happens? ETH comes back to that golden pocket demand zone. I was looking at the 1 minute. The reason why this break of structure line is here is because I was totally fine. I was going to enter here if we broke structure here, but we didn't. We SFP'd. Bearish SFP. Could have went short, didn't though. We were in the discount of the range. But we had a SFP on the 1 minute time frame here, so I didn't take it, which actually worked out brilliantly because we then had this beautiful JPOW. We had this beautiful JPOW at the lows here, right? So you SFP the low and you break the high. We love JPOWs. They start runs. And then we closed above the range deviation level, so it was even more likely that we were going to get continuation up at that point. I just went ahead and signaled it. And played out pretty nice. Still actually in this trade, I did go stop loss to entry. The reason I went stop loss to entry is because after we swept this high, that made this a strong low, which at this point, now that we've swept this high, oh, we haven't taken it yet. If we do take this high, then the strong low becomes down here. If you want to follow market structure with your stop loss, I'm just gonna leave mine at entry because I mean, hell, it's a 9.61 risk to reward. I already took profit, so I'm leaving a runner. I'm leaving a runner, baby. Maybe we can make it back up. Now, why am I leaving a runner even though the 4 hour is bearish? Well, because the 1 hour is bullish. So I think we can at least come up to this 1 hour high, maybe SFP it, or see if we can get continuation. Now, what is a JPOW? Just we'll talk about it one more time because I know someone's gonna ask. A JPOW is when you are in a trend. So you're in a downtrend here, and you set a high. You then SFP that low, and then you come and break structure in the opposing direction. This is your money printer pattern. Most of the signals that I give involve JPOW, so I feel like I do need to create a video on it because I think people might be confused. What the hell is Wave Cipher talking about? Why are we going long here? Let's go. Push it, ETH. Push it. Throw a 1 in the chat if you know what a JPOW is. Actually, here we go. Let me just try this. I want to know if I'm actually doing you guys any favors here. Wow, the majority of people are actually saying no. So I'm probably doing you guys a disservice by calling it a JPOW. Man, I don't really know how to explain this any better. I think I just need an isolated video to explain it. Man, that's crazy. I'm not doing my job correctly. Holy shit. Those of you that are saying no, do you guys understand market structure? Or is this just like do I need to go over like the 2 candle rule, or like where's the confusion? Oh, you're new this year. What's up, man? Maybe a white chart. I could flashbang everyone and try to teach you guys. Bro, do it on a white chart is funny. New this week. Wow, okay, so we actually got some new swing failure Powell. That's pretty funny. Okay, so yeah, Future, I would have figured you would have known what it is. Cause Future, I actually coined that back when I was still in FG's Discord. I know you were over there. I think it's just that term. Yeah, but SFP break of structure doesn't have the same ring to it, you know. Doesn't have the same ring to it. So the targets are simple, right? The targets are simple. It's whatever the structure. So zooming in is a privilege, as Alex says, right? So why is the target of this JPOW up here, like the final target? Because that's the 1 hour week high. So you're trading, you're getting an entry into a trend using smaller market structure, and your target is the continuation of the trend, right? Should be here, which would be cool. What's wrong with the white background? People complain. Okay, so throw a 1 in chat if you know what an SFP is. Throw a 2 in chat if you don't know what an SFP is. Okay. If I... Okay, so let's go to the very clean one on Sol on the daily. Alright, so for those of you that are confused about a JPOW, you guys understand, forget about this bottom part here, but do you guys understand that this is a swing failure pattern above the daily high? Does that make sense? Can you guys identify the SFP? What up, Bearded? What's the 2 candle rule? Yeah, so I have a full market structure course for free on my channel. But just in the easiest way I can explain it to you, it's in order for something to be a valid high or a valid low, you have to have 2 consecutive candles pushing in the same direction. So like, when does this become a high? This becomes a high whenever this low is created, right? And when does this low become a strong low? This low becomes a strong low. You have 2 candles here, and you break the previous high. Well, you SFP it, right? But the price goes higher, right? That moves the strong low to here. The idea behind a JPOW is the risk to reward, right? Because generally you're going to have a pretty good stop loss if it is going to create a new trend, right? So, new daily downtrend, right? You get a really good risk to reward, right? Because if it doesn't go past the previous, what is happening right now? There we go. If it doesn't go past the previous range, then you're going to continue in the other direction. But basically, all that a JPOW is a SFP followed by a break of structure in the opposite direction, right? So why it's important, kind of the why behind it, is you need the SFP to bring the strong low closer to price to then break it, right? Because if this candle stopped right here and then broke the bottom without SFPing the high, that would be an internal market structure break. And we don't like to trade internal market structure breaks here. We like to trade external market structure breaks. So the SFP creates the external structure, right? It moves your low here. And then the break of structure actually breaks trend, right? Does that make sense? Bearded, you can link it here and I'll pin it. That works too. Wow, 38 votes on the poll. Hell yeah, thanks for voting on the poll, guys. It looks like some of the usual suspects came in, and I do. There's a video on my channel about range deviations. So kind of like looking at, are we pushing, by the way? Whatever. So this is like a range deviation tool that I use to determine. It kind of keeps me safe. I kind of fucked up using it on some of those Bitcoin trades earlier in the week, or just that one trade earlier in the week, because that ended up being a range deviation and failed. But generally, if you can break out of the range higher than 25% on either direction, it's a higher likelihood that you're going to get an actual move out of it. Because a lot of times you'll wick into the range deviation and close below, and then just rotate the range, right? One example of that on Bitcoin, when we were coming down. Where was that? For some reason I can't find it. Oh yeah, it was right here. Yeah, so when we were coming down, we got a SFP break of structure here, but it was really just a range deviation to the upside. See, so we just deviated the range to the upside, and then we rotate it down. So there's a full video on range deviations on my channel as well. It's an important tool to have in your tool belt. You can also use range deviations for stop losses. Hold on, someone's calling me. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Thanks for sticking around. Where was I? Yeah, we were talking about range deviations, right? So let's talk about structure here. So on Bitcoin, we need to come above 90,400. You guys know that. That'll be resecuring the 1 hour. Otherwise, we are still bearish. The 4 hour is bearish with a strong high sitting at 93,000. If we look at our golden pocket from the strong high, that's in here in confluence with this 4 hour order block as well. This 4 hour order block has not been tapped yet, so something interesting to keep in mind would be, and I think I talked about this yesterday, an SFP of this 1 hour into the 4 hour order block golden pocket area with like a bearish break of structure on like the 5 minute time frame would be indication for a pretty good short. What active time frame do we have on Bitcoin? I think Bitcoin's like the 1 minute as well. Yeah, not 2 minute. No, not even the 2 minute. Yeah, so the only active bullish time frame right now is the 1 minute. How clean was the Bitcoin breakdown here? Oh, not nearly as clean as ETH. But you did get a nice, you SFP the high here. You come over and break it here. There wasn't much downside from when we broke the structure bullish. Kind of just ranged at the lows going up. I don't hate that. So you break your structure bullish. Here, you come down, you set a high, set a low, set a high. You get a bearish fake out here. You come back, you break it back bullish again. Then you come back down to, you come back down to this little 1 minute order block here. 1 minute order block here. You get a nice reaction off that 1 minute order block. And your structure is still bullish right now. When did we take this high? We just took this high. So if you're, so the 1 minute is bullish right now, which is good for our ETH trade. If you're looking for a short, you're looking for like take the high, then break the low. Because right now, let's see. Oh, actually, that's not true. Okay, so you come down, you break back bullish, you break bearish, you come back down, you break. Damn, this is a mess, bro. This is a mess. Then you break bullish here, come back to the order block. Okay, so yeah. So if we lose this, that is a bear break. That'd be a bearish break of structure. We're getting into the weeds here, but it's just fun to look at. There's not much to talk about in the range here. Let's take a look at, I think Finman wanted to look at USDT dominance. Let's take a look at that. What time frame were you looking at, Finman? Clear uptrend on the daily. This is all internal range price action. Let's see, 4 hour. See if we get a 4 hour break. You get a 4 hour break. You then pull the low. You SFP the low. You get a 4 hour bear break. You SFP the low. Then you come up and get a 4 hour bull break. Then you come up and you get another bear break here. You break bearish here. You don't set a high anywhere in here. You come up, bam, bam. Oh man, yeah. So you just got a bullish break on the 4 hour on USDT dominance. Interesting. Is there any hope for a range deviation here? You do close above. It's a little in the weeds. Yeah, so that's a little bearish, man. I see what you're saying. You're talking about the 1 hour? The 1 hour, you break bearish, you pull the high, you break bearish again. Yeah, I would say you break bearish here. What is that? Golden pocket retest. Okay, so with the 4 hour break, you still have this, you still have a bearish 1 hour setup. This is what you're talking about, right? Yeah, so we golden pocket retest, we need to come take this low. But the problem is the 4 hour just flipped back bullish. So if we end up taking this high, that's really bad for Bitcoin. That's really bad for Bitcoin because then the 1 hour is bullish and the 4 hour would be bullish. Right now the 1 hour is bearish. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying there, bro. That's total look like. Okay, so total came up and broke. Wait. Yeah. So, oh, we're batting up against this spider line here. So total actually broke back bullish after the break, which is nice. Then it went golden pocket. Oh yeah, total looks better than Bitcoin does. We just gotta see if we can get some legs here. We filled the VWAP gap here on total and on Bitcoin. What's 15 minute look like? Did we take this high? We didn't. So even this is even 15 minute golden pocket with previous order block. Yeah, total looks okay. I mean, we're still in a 4 hour downtrend on total. Yeah, you get your 4 hour break here. You fuck around for a little while and then you drop. So you actually got the 4 hour break sooner on total as well. Bearish break of structure. We're getting a little death cross here on the 4 hour as well. A little dangerous. Things are looking a little bit rocky, boys. A little bit rocky. 200 EMA, rejection, back to VWAP and the 50 EMA. What does Sol look like? Sol was looking good. I can't see anything on this chart. Alright, we're gonna... I'm gonna clean this chart up a little bit. Five-minute JPOW on Sol played out. Oh hey, how'd that link trade play out from yesterday? Hey, Given live on stream. Given live on stream. Do you guys remember this? I said I was going to do my part, didn't I? I said I was going to put this hammer here and put the magnet here, and look what happened. Web Cipher hammers it down. It comes straight to the take profit. Did anyone take this trade live when I gave it live? You were scared, weren't you? You were scared. You were scared of the trade. I'm just joking. Just joking. I know you hesitated. I'm just kidding. You got a bunch of killers in here. Bearded, no, man. You move stop loss too quick. Yeah, you gotta leave the stop loss above the strong high. This was a this. Can everybody see the J-Pow here? Bearded, aren't you glad I put this hammer here, bro? Made the price action go down. I got you, bro. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll hammer it down for you. That was a 4-to-1 trade. That's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. I should have signaled this shit. If I find trades on the live, I should signal them, huh? Alright. Back to what I was doing before. What were we doing? Looking at Sol? Alright. Alright, so we know we had a SFP on the daily time frame. That targets this low here. We know that we're in this pocket of demand that we were watching. So we're looking for structure breaks in demand. If we go to the 1 hour, what do we get? Alright, so you get a 1 hour structure break here. 1 hour structure break in demand here. You pull back. You come up, you break the high again. Then you get that liquidity sweep, come back, break back, bullish. Do what? Active time frame. Ooh, I like that. It gave you 15 up here. So you get a 15-minute JPOW, which means you have active 15-minute structure. Your 15-minute low was here. Your high was up here. It looks like golden pocket. All right, so this actually looks pretty bearish. This looks pretty bearish on Sol. Are we? Yeah, we're losing momentum retest. Okay, so Sol needs to come crack 130. Otherwise, you're still in a bear trend on the 15 minutes. So the level to watch on Sol is maybe 130.89. If you break that, you're likely coming to your 1 hour highs, and then hopefully we can come to like 132-ish. But yeah, right now, this makes me less optimistic about the market. Sol does not look good. We've also just got this trend line here. We could try to hold. Yeah, Sol doesn't look very good to me. What about Sui? Sui. Alright, so Sui came back to its demand level as well. We're looking for 1 hour. Oh. So you break 1 hour structure here, you come back, golden pocket, you then put SFP the high, SFP the low, break structure to the upside. So we actually, well, you don't SFP the low because you actually break the low, and then you break back bullish. This is not an SFP because your low was here. But you do break structure bullish on the 1 hour, which is nice. Get rid of this golden pocket here. Let's grab our golden pocket. Nice, perfect golden pocket tap. Did Sui give you 15 at the highs? They did give you 15 at the highs. And what is it that started this correction? A 15-minute JPOW. So if you get a 15-minute JPOW, you come down. This looks very similar to Sol, so before we get too optimistic. Yeah. More work to do. Yeah. For Sui to break back bullish on the 15, you got to come above 150, 359. Rejection from the 200. VWAP 50 support. See if we can hold out here. 5-minute time frame. Let's see what happens here. So 5-minute breaks bearish here. Comes up, comes down, breaks back bearish here. Comes down, sets a low, sets a high, breaks bullish here. You break your 5 bullish here. You then pull that high. Strong low moves here. You then set a low. You then pull that high. You then SFP that low multiple times before you finally break it. You then break that low. Your structure moves up here. But then you come down, break it again. And then your 5-minute flips bullish here. So you flip bullish. You then SFP the low. Hopefully this is helpful for you guys. I know that I go fast, but just trying to wrap my brain around this shit here. So you then break the high, you set a low. Is this golden pocket? Yeah, so you're bouncing off your 5-minute golden pocket right now, which is a little less bad than Sol. Everybody blow on your candles. Maybe Sui can bring the market up. Just kidding. Just kidding. But you do have cleaner structure on these. You actually have some external structure. So, I mean, there is, you know, trading the 5-minute. Not something that I would trade blindly here, but yeah. So Sol makes me less optimistic. Sui makes me a little more optimistic, but let's look at yeah, that's right, Barb. Blow on that candle. Let me hit a banger fucking 9-to-1 risk to reward trade for everyone. How crazy would that be? That'd be pretty fucking cool. 9-to-1. Almost a 10-to-1 trade. That would be. Is anyone still in this trade besides me? Throw one in the chat if you're still in this trade. I'm curious. Was a 1-minute signal too fast for you guys? Were you guys able to catch it? One minute's a little too fast, eh? Yeah, Dutchy. 1 minute's a little too fast. Come on, give me a God candle. Uh-oh. Range deviation, VWAP tap. Man, VWAP on the way up. This fresh VWAP has been supporting us all the way up. We just tapped it again. That's pretty cool. Yeah. We could come down to like the 50 or something. We'll see. Let's take a quick look at Cipher Matrix here. Trend ribbon trying to flip blue. I do like that. I do like that. Middle of the range. In premium of the range. So this is discount right here. This is premium. So we are in premium of the regression trend. Doesn't mean, yeah, I do like an SFP of this high to come back down. Not gonna lie, I do like that. Let me look around 4 hour. Still pretty thick purple trend ribbon. We are inside of a reversal zone. Yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin can get going, breaking out of this reversal zone, flipping this trend ribbon blue, it starts to look a lot better, but it's got to really get going here. Otherwise, we can just continue to trend down. I do like this nice 4 hour buy signal. We might have something here, boys. We might have something here. For you, Barb, I'll show you how I use this. So these are kill zones. So it's where it takes out any of the stop losses or liquidity from the previous trading session, right? So generally, when you take these, you'll get a reaction in the opposite direction. Especially when we're ranging, right? Like, see, we grab London's high, and then we turn around. We grab the New York session high here. We SFP that. You take the high when the next session starts, and then you get a retrace, right? We haven't pulled the low from. Oh, so we actually just had a reaction right now. So we swept the New York afternoon high with this kill zone, and notice how you get a little bit of retracement. So like if you were in a long down here, you could have targeted the New York PM high. But really, if you go back and back test this on FOMC days, you usually grab both the London high and the London low on the kill zones. So it's nice. You can catch the trades in both directions. Session sweep. I mean, it's probably the same thing as the kill zones, right? Yeah, it's probably the same thing. Of course, man. Of course. Alright guys, well, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you join the free learning Discord in the description, and that the mods have been spamming a little bit. Thank you, Dutchy, appreciate you. Thank you, Alexandra G, you guys are gangsters. Yeah, let's try to get this channel to 2K subs. If you're watching and for some reason not subscribed, just hit that button. Ring the bell so you know when new streams are coming. Appreciate you guys for showing up 5 days a week with me. You guys are awesome. What a blessed world we live in. It's the best time to be alive ever. Make sure you tell someone you love them. And as always, guys, my name is Wave Cipher. Much love. Trade safe. Wave Cipher out. I will see you guys. I will see you guys on Sunday. But I may have some setups for you tomorrow. Anyway, take care, guys. Have a good one.